Hello, everybody. Uh, this week's been something I've been thinking about for a while. It's something a little different, as you can see. We're not playing one of our big series because this is a break week. So this is William and Sly, or the William and Sly Classic collection. Now these are games that actually have a really special place in my heart and my memory because these were Flash games. These are actually some really old Flash games. I think the copyright on these is like 2009, which, don't think about it, but it was 16 years ago at this point. Uh, but yeah, these were some of the first games, the first games that I ever actually enjoyed playing. I played a fair few games before this, a lot of stuff on the game hosting websites like Armor Games and stuff. And I remember, like, there were some things that I liked, that I messed with a bit, some things that I spent a bit more time than probably was justified on. But these two were some of the first games I actually remember enjoying and going back to play multiple times and never really getting bored of them, even though I never actually beat the second one way back then. Now these were Flash games, so they did get scrubbed from reality when Flash got buried, but the developer actually, I'm pretty sure it was the original developer, they went and ported the games to Steam and put them into one bundle together, which is actually free. These two are free. And there's another one that they made that is paid, and I'm looking into that. But for now, I just wanna show these games off, cause these these were some actually really good games. So we're gonna start with the first one. It's pretty quick. Both of them are pretty quick. If we have time after I'm done with the first one, then I'll go on to the second one. Hey buddy, I'm sure you're excited to go hunting for mushrooms, but I need to ask you a favor. The runestones I used to teleport to the old storage cave were deactivated for some reason. Can you turn them back on while you're out there? You need to gather fairy flies to do it, so watch out for darklings. You know how they love fairy flies. One of them ambushed me a few days ago. It was terrifying. The thing popped right up out of the mud. Anyway, when you light a runestone, you'll get a charge that'll banish any darklings around you, so keep an eye out and get rid of as many as you can. Oh, and I'm working on a map for you. Come back in a little bit and it should be done. Something weird is going on, so be careful out there. I don't know what you'll run into. Okay. So, this is, I guess the best way to describe it is a collect-a-thon. So you play as Sly, this little guy. I don't have a key, so I can't open that. And there are hidden caves like that everywhere. Literally everywhere. You see the sign. Secret cave left, not all pathways are visible. The caves hide mushrooms in them. Sometimes they have, like, keys and stuff. And I am very deliberately going this way because this is not the way to go. I actually don't know how you get to that mushroom. Must be some way up from below. So I'm collecting these things called fairy flies. They're little sparkly orbs. They are a bit hard to see because they're very small, but that's mostly a you thing because I've got a full screen and you've got YouTube application. It's just a collect-a-thon platformer. Now I do know where a lot of the secrets are because I have played this game before extensively. So I am going to be a bit more knowledgeable about, let me grab that, about things. Now I've got a bunch of fairy flies around me, and another thing this game was really unique for is that you can't actually die. There is no failure state in this game. There is no game over. There is no return to checkpoint. Instead, that little dark sludge thing I obliterated is what serves as the enemy. And there are a bunch of those guys scattered around the map. And they eat your fairy flies. And now I've got a key. So now that I've got this key, I can go back to that chest I found earlier and get some mushrooms out of it. So the darklings eat your fairy flies, but they don't actually hurt you directly. All they do is eat your stuff. And we can teleport using the rune stones. 2 mushrooms. So if you don't have any fairy flies, the darklings will just leave you alone. Like, they actually won't pop out and attack you. But they don't even knock you back when they hit you. They just eat your fairy flies. And you do need them to complete the game, because you need to activate all the rune stones to get into the final area, I think. 2 mushrooms, and you get points for finding mushrooms. You get points for killing darklings, and I think you also get points for going quickly and beating the game in a short amount of time. I'm probably not going to get the achievement that requires you to earn a ton of points. But that is why I'm kind of moving expediently. Oh, I need 5 fairy flies per runestone. Okay, I see you. Now, it's not like this game is perfect. It's a well put together game, but it's not like it's perfect in any capacity. Probably the major thing that irks me the most is that you can't control when you activate the runestones. If you have enough flies and you touch a runestone, it activates. Key. And given that you have only a short amount of time to utilize the aura of light you get that purges the darklings, and there's no way to get it back once you've activated the runestone, it does behoove a completionist to scout the area out first, which you can't really do, because once you touch the runestone, if you didn't realize you had 5 fairy flies, then you just... Oh, well, I don't care enough to... Like, I do care enough to get this one. And that's really all I have to say about that's like truly negative about this game. Everything else is just a critique. Here we go. Sometimes there are secret paths within the secret paths. And this is a great example of that. See? Here's another one. And another one. See, there's a runestone here. I think I'm... Where am I? Okay, I'm back there. 3 mushrooms. There, now I've got both of them. I think that was the intended strat. If you don't care about your overall score, you can just try and find everything. Or you can try and optimize for high score, which is kind of what I'm doing right now. And this was just kind of a nice little relaxing time killer for me. Like I've never really played games seriously. And this was no exception. But this is not a serious game. I mean, the boss fight at the end, there is a boss at the end. It can be rather frustrating. Especially if you are a young person who is not very keyboard dexterous and is trying to figure out what they're supposed to be doing. But that's really the exception. I think even the creator doesn't like the boss fight. Oh, god damn it. Sometimes they only take one, sometimes they take two. I'm not really sure what determines. I'm pretty sure it's just god damn it. See, that one took two. It might be the ones they physically touch, because as you can see they are actually swirling around me. So it might actually be what they touch and not just they take one every time they touch you. Okay, that's 5 fairy flies. Yep, it's 5. Where's the stone? It's like down here, isn't it? Yeah. I'm pretty sure the Darklings will also chase you if you have the aura, just so that you can see them and get to them easier. Because otherwise it's kind of a pain to find them. Even when this game is sort of annoying, I'm never really frustrated for more than like a quarter second at a time. Because I already got 5 fairy flies again. God damn it. See, I forgot where I was supposed to go there. Now I'm probably not going to have enough time to kill this guy. I don't think that would have gotten me far enough to kill the guy that's up here. Yeah, it was too far away. Where is he? Yeah, there he is. I think you might want to use that runestone for him, or maybe I've just completely desynced things. So that's another thing. It's a game design choice, and it's definitely meant to encourage you to be optimal. But you can't reactivate the runestone once you've activated it. Swan Bridge switch. Some paths, as you saw there, are largely one way. Now the bridges are they're like super secrets, sort of. So I am going to go back to a nearby runestone and try and remember where the actual Swan Bridge is. I think I am going to get the map, actually. Hey, I finished the map. I marked the runestones in red so they'd be easier to find. Yeah, okay. Okay, so that actually is the nearby. Oop. Keep forgetting that it's up to jump and not space. So yeah. I also appreciate that you can have the map open and still sort of see where you are and move around and navigate via the minimap. Because that allows you to see a lot more than what you normally would be able to. How do I... Oh, right, I need the thing that's up ahead in order to get to the actual bridges. But in order to get across the bridges, there's actually a little secret here. After meditating on the sacred dais, the great sage Solomon Ray unlocked the mystery of flight. So we just sit here and we wait for about a minute, and then we get a super special secret. So I'm gonna just fast forward. Your mind is oh, that was fast. Okay, never mind. Your mind has taken flight. Hold up to use the wings. And these let me glide. I am just gonna actually I should activate the runestone first, so that I can travel back. Okay, now we're here, and we can glide over to here, and then we can glide over to here, then we can glide over to here, then we can glide to here. This is Swan Bridge. You can only reach it with the wings. And there's a bunch of mushrooms. I did do a second loop there because I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. Because there are keys and mushrooms hidden in the grass. That's another thing. Like there's actually stuff hidden behind the bushes. Like the bushes aren't just cosmetic. And it's kind of it is like not really the most clever place to hide something, but it's actually interesting that things are hidden behind the. I didn't even mean to find that. I didn't even know that was there. It is interesting that things are hidden in the in the greenery. It makes the world feel more three-dimensional. That's another thing. Sometimes when you're on a slope, you can have trouble jumping. Another key. And see, I waited to tap jump till the last moment, which is how I found that, because it's right next to the ledge, and normally you jump over it. And just little stuff like that. Okay. That is the final area in the game. Just want to real quick jump up here and make sure. I do kind of want to spend my keys too, because those have. Man, it's just that one Darkling there that survived. There's a mushroom I missed out there on the corner behind the greenery, which again makes the world just feel so much more three-dimensional, even though it is strictly 2D. Okay, and now we do the boss fight, because we're basically done. I mean, we missed one runestone apparently. I don't think it's close enough to the one guy who survived to do it. We're missing most of the secrets and collectibles, but I'm not trying to 100% this game. I'm just trying to show it off because I actually want to get to the second one before we run out of time. This is a giant Darkling boss. I'm pretty sure he only actually eats fairy flies when he has his mouth open. Like that. Sometimes he'll cross the border and he doesn't have his mouth open. So this boss fight... Ah, he ate it. I jumped into him because I panicked. And we're locked in here until we finish this. Basically, you have to wait for fairy flies to accumulate. Ah, and he eats all of them when he hits you is the thing. This is actually surprisingly difficult for what this game was setting up. You see, he only eats when he's got his mouth open. So I found the best strategy is to sit here. And you either drop off the ledge if he goes high, or you jump if he goes low. So I don't think he alternates either. Or does he? Does he alternate? And I just haven't been realizing that this entire time. Oh my god, I think he alternates. Am I just an idiot? He went low, so now he's gonna go high. Yeah, I think he actually just alternates, and I'm just stupid for not realizing that. Anyway, that's the fight. Hey, the runes are working again. You look pooped. I think you've earned a little nap, buddy. There's an achievement for earning 30,000 points. I was 400 points shy of it. 4 mushrooms, or that last Darkling, or going a bit faster would have done it. But that's not my main goal here. So that was William and Sly 1. How much time do we have left? We've got a little bit of time. So this is the sequel, and the graphics got a major overhaul. Oh, hey, buddy, I'm taking it easy today. I'm just tired of chasing after those gnomes. They keep stealing my books, and now they've taken my journal. If you want to do something to do, you can try to find it, but I'm betting they ripped up all the pages. I suppose I could revive it if I had enough scraps. I don't know. Normally I wouldn't care, but I really liked that journal. Oh, and I'm really sorry about the caves. I didn't think they would use the dissolution spell to hide them from you. I was just trying to get on their good side, you know? Anyway, there's a storage cave right across from here. It looks like a solid wall, but it's not. All you gotta do is walk into it and the spell will break. They're so stupid they even forgot to take down the keep out sign. I hope that makes you up for showing them how to do it. Maybe if you raid all their mushroom stores, it'll make them think twice about stealing my books. Good luck. So this one expands on the previous game, in a sense that it's similar. You've broken a dissolution, the gnomes are using the spell to hide their storage caves. Many others looking for what we hidden here. Similar, but there's more mechanics. The graphics got overhauled, the animations are a bit smoother. Yes, the fox den. The same fox den it's in the previous game with the same cave secret there that doesn't have a dissolution charm on it because it's just a hidden little thing. That was a nice touch when I first found that. It was a strange trip. Anyway, when I woke up this morning, a fox was in my food store. I told it to shoo, and it gave me this disdainful sort of look before trotting out the door. I checked the latch, and it was pretty loose. The little bugger probably just nosed right. See, that's a new thing in this is there's the journal scraps, and you just get little bits of lore. I've ate all the mushrooms I collected. At least I have shelter today. It's been raining all afternoon and my tent is not very waterproof. Sadly, this whole house smells a bit musky. I think some animal was living. Anyway, so you get the little journal scraps and you can read about them. That's the cave that the guy was talking about. And there's these little side quest things. Within the rock, the onum groans, trapped enslaved in ancient stones. Little fox, the runes are tarnished. Free them from these earthen bones. The Odom are mysterious creatures. They are known to grant strange powers to those in their favor. Do what they ask and you might be one of the lucky few. So a couple of things, major changes between this and the previous game. There are no Darklings. There's just no failure state at all. The fairy flies are used for something different. Some interesting little shrines. The gnomes might have built them, but I can't be sure. They look very old and have a runic device inside. I'm a bit afraid to mess with them, honestly. There's a strong feeling of malice around them, and I thought I might have heard whispering when I... Anyway, yeah. So there's all that. I have to say, this game doesn't feel as tight to control as the first one, because there's a little bit of a sort of... I don't know what to call it. I guess you could say it's a bit of a lerp whenever you change directions. Like if I'm moving in this direction and I press the other key, like I press and then it takes like about half a second to turn around. That never matters. This game never requires you to be tight enough for that to matter because there is no time limit in this game. Earth Omni. Usually placed above Omni poles used by the gnomes to attract spirits. That's something for another side quest. But overall, it's not too rough. Like I'm still able to navigate that area down there pretty easily. 3 mushrooms. So this is even more relaxed and casual-ish. Pixie is trapped in frost. That's another thing. And again, the whole world feels three-dimensional. Not just because it's actually three-dimensional-ish style now instead of 2D pixel sprites. Or I guess they weren't really pixel sprites, but... Okay, this is... Yeah, so here, another thing. You actually manually activate the aura. And again, I can navigate via the mini-map. And bam, I freed the pixie. And this little guy will follow me around. And they don't do anything on their own, but there's, I think, 3 more of them. And if I free them all and go to a specific place, then I get a special power. That's what this game is about, exploring and unlocking. It's more of a Metroidvania than the first, I guess you could call it, because you get special powers, and those special powers help you explore a bit more of the map. It's not quite like full-on Metroidvania. Okay, there's an Omni pole, but there's a specific order you need to place the Omni in. Oh, Not order, but locations. And well, I do want to find all the Omni and all the poles. I don't remember what the proper... Here, this guy's going to tell me. Little foxes is a test. Omni bear this magic best. Air aloft while earth must rest. Water fears the fiery west. Yeah, so basically it's air north, earth south, water east, fire west. And I've got the earth Omni already. So I can place the Earth Omni here, and when I get the other 3 Omnis, I can place them on the poles. So yeah, overall, this game is a largely an improvement on the previous. You can't jump on the trees anymore, although they still look the same as they did in the first game, which again is a really nice touch. You can tell there was a lot of soul put into this game. That's where air goes. A bomb! Gotta love it when you just find a bomb lying around in the forest. Those bombs are for the first shrine I interacted with. There's a quest with that. I'm pretty sure. No. I need to find all the bombs and use all the bombs. That gets me a thing. I need to find and free all the pixies. That gets me a thing. Okay, I found all the Omni poles. I got home after a hike and the fox was sleeping on my bed. I have a feeling I evicted the poor thing when I moved in, so I just let him stay a while before asking him to leave. Now, I don't have much experience dealing with wild animals yet, but they seem perfectly civil if you're polite. Yeah. Okay, here's a pixie trapped in frost. I think I can reach that using the same fire pole. Bam, that's 2 pixies. The fairy flies are also a lot easier to accumulate. I think I'm already back up to the what? To there. Jeez, what the hell? Bomb. Oh, journal piece. Got home after a hike. Oh, that's the one I just read. Watched the fox a bit later. He trotted down for a while before slipping into a cave farther down the valley. A few minutes ago I saw him dragging branches in there, so I think he's probably making a new... So you can see the sort of backstory of William, which is the guy, and Sly the fox. That's also a nice little thing. Another bomb. Good. There's another fire pole. It's dark in there. I don't know. I don't remember offhand where the pixie was in here. Oh, there are stuff hidden on the floor. Okay. Because I know the pixie was in here. And I remember specifically that the pixie was in here. God, I've got a lot of keys. Because, those rocks seem loose. Yeah, they are. Not rocks. Because this was the one, yeah, right here, all the way at the back of the cave. This is the one that made me so frustrated because I couldn't find it, because I never went all the way back and pushed against the back wall of that cave, which was my fault for not playing the game the way it encourages you to play. So I never found that pixie, and because of that I was never able to beat the game. We've already got 3 of the 4 pixies. That's strong progress, but I'm pretty sure we can't get the 4th one until we... No, the pixies are the first one you can beat. So I think I'm going to get the pixies and stuff, and yeah. The game's a lot more relaxed than even the first one was, because there's no time limit, or there wasn't a time limit on the first one, but there's no time score. You're not judged based on the time you took. It's just, how much do you want to collect? How much do you want to explore? And the only real goal of the game, nothing. It's an interesting secret. Because there literally is nothing in there, I'm pretty sure. Bomb? Okay, I've got almost all the bombs. He wanted some work to do, so I sent him off to find me a storage cave. I'm not sure what kind of payment he wants, but I got the impression that he was just bored. You never know with foxes. I can always give him mushrooms, I suppose, since he keeps stealing. This plant is insane. Okay, there's the last pixie. Yeah, that other totem is too far away. I think there's one up here that I can use. Okay, here's another one. Lost, lost, still one is lost. Find the pixie, little fox. One there is, now wreathed in frost, silver hair, black eyes glossed. The rhymes are also clever. I've seen a fair share of games try to do rhyming stuff like that, and they just force the rhymes so hard it makes you cringe out of secondhand embarrassment. I think... Yeah, here it is. Alright. Now this is very important. Because when you free all 4 pixies... Damn. Got it. Okay, we've got all 4. Now that we've freed all 4... I don't want to go down here. Can hop up, and now we go to this temple. Fox has found the loveliest lost, stolen by the breezes tossed. Take this gift now, Onum friend, and make a claim to sky and wind. That was a little forced. But now, the Onum has given you pixie flight. Press up while in the air. I can literally infinitely jump. And that is, as you can imagine, extremely important for doing things like going over here. Which you need to do 2 journals. To get all the journals, mainly. Wanted to sleep on my bed. After that second day, I rigged it to scream when anything touched it, so I bet he snuck in when I was out. Now that I think about it, the window was open yesterday, and I'm sure I shut it before I left. My bed smells like Fox now, but so does this entire... Met today. His name is Gangdan. He seems to be the only gnome in this whole valley willing to talk to me. He's cagey, though. I think they have a rather strict set of social taboos. Anyway, he told me some fascinating... Yeah. I don't think... Deep and silent stray echo. Caves are scary. Larger caves are clearly not religious in nature. Gangdan laughed when I asked him if it was alright for me to go inside. Honestly, I thought that was kind of rude. I mean, I'm trying to be courteous. I don't think there's any secrets hidden in the ceilings, which is good because I really don't want to have to go bouncing around, bumping my head into every single ceiling. They're glowing bright. That means I did it right. Onum sees the onion shoots, the maple's withered writhing roots for helping Onum in its plight. Onum offers Omnisight. Omnisight. Everything seems to be sparkling with importance. Ah, right. This, makes collectible items shine. Yeah. So you can really find all that hidden stuff. Which is good, because I have a key left, no chest to put it in. I have 2 keys left and no chest to put them in. I still need to find those bombs. I like how this is the one that tells you to go to the temple to get your reward when it's the one you're likely to complete last. Freed from darkened depth of ore, Onum's plea was cold implored. The little fox did not ignore, so Onum light is free once more. The Onum has left the runestones. You should be able to use them as teleporters now. Oh, I've got all of the mushrooms. Okay, so it's literally just that one box inside that rock. So I need to find the one bomb that is left on the map. There it is. You know, it's not quite the complete opposite side of the map, so I'll let it slide. Bam. 2 journals. You found enough of the scraps. Talk to him so we can revive it. Heard chanting again, so I snuck down to watch what they were doing. Long story short, they found me before anything interesting happened and chased me away with flaming pine branches. I always knew the gnomes were rude, but... Stole a bunch of my books. I suppose they hope to hit a scholar where it hurts. His library. They didn't get my journal, but I suspect it's only a matter of time. Luckily, I made copies of everything just a few days ago, but I wish everyone would just calm down and leave my poor books. Alright, now we head back to William so he can get his beloved journal back. This should be enough to revive my journal. You ready to call it a day? Yep, press down to finish. I told the fox how to break the dissolution spell, and I think he's forgiven me. He helped me get my journal back at least. The gnomes don't know I helped him, thankfully, but I think they've given up on the spell. I heard them calling the fox Mushroom King, and Gangdan even brought him a crown of toadstools this morning. I'll admit, it's much more flattering than that sly little mushroom thief, but I suspect this is just some higher form of gnome mockery. The fox certainly doesn't care. He's dismantling the crown all over my floor as I write this. At least now I don't have to worry about any more Vulpin revenge. And yeah, as you helped all the Onum, devoured all the mushrooms and did it quickly, you are carrying obese and light-footed fox. Alright, keep playing or start a new game for a different result. How does this? Oh, that just redirects me to congregate. All right. And that was the William and Sly collection. I don't know how much of that you're going to see because we've been recording for about an hour and 15, and I want to keep this under half an hour, or around half an hour. So yeah, these are some pretty good games. I enjoyed them. They're still good to play through every now and again. I can't recommend these enough if you are a fan of these kinds of casual platformer collect-a-thon things. So they're free on Steam, the William and Sly Classic Collection it's called. You get both of them in the same download file, along with a bonus game that I don't know what it is. I haven't even touched that yet. It's something else by, like, I think the same guy, different guy, friend, I don't know. So anyway, that's all for now. I will see you in the next video.